SBA Publications.
Hello, my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are happy and healthy in your home. And I hope you all are doing very well in your studies as well. This is your mentor, Soni Sati. And today with me, we are going to start our chapter number 3. And the name of our chapter is More Features of MSSS. In today's class, we are going to learn about MSSS and the features which are available on MSSS. So let's start our chapter without any delay. In this chapter, we will learn select fields or records in MSSS. Use the find and replace feature, learn to filter data, explore the ways to change table view, rename a field, add and delete field in a table, establish relationship between two tables. So let's start. Microsoft SS is a database management system from Microsoft that combines the relational Microsoft-led database engine with graphical user interface and software development tools. Now you have already learned about database, advantages of database, component of database, creating, opening and closing a database in MSSS 2010. etc. Now, a table is the basic component of a database in which you enter data. In that chapter, you will learn to work with the table. So, first we have selecting fields and records. We all know that to start our any editing, formatting, creation, we have to firstly select the cell. So, in this we have to select fields and records. As we need to select a field or a record to make changes in MS Excel, we also need to select a field or record to make changes in MS SS as well. Now selecting a field. To select a field, multiple fields, follow the steps given below. Firstly, bring the mouse pointer over the name of the field that to be selected and the mouse pointer turns to this kind of arrow. Okay, the bold downward arrow, then click to select the field. Now to select multiple fields, place the mouse pointer over the name of the first field, then move the mouse pointer who looks like this until you highlight all the fields that to be selected. And that is how you can select the whole field. Now, selecting a record. To select a record or multiple records, follow the steps given below. Bring your mouse pointer over the area to the left to the record to be selected. The mouse pointer turns to this kind of bold arrow. Click to select the record. Now, if you want to select multiple records, position your mouse pointer over the area of the left of the first record, then move the pointer until you highlight all the records that to be selected. Now how to select a cell or a multiple cell? To select a cell or multiple cell, follow the given steps that are bring your mouse pointer over the left edge of the cell that to be selected. Now the mouse pointer will turn into plus sign. Okay, then click to select the cell. If you want to select multiple cell, place the mouse pointer over the left edge of the first cell, then move the mouse, that is plus sign, until you highlight all the cells to be selected. Now we have find and replace feature. You have already learned the function of find and replace command. Now these commands are also useful in MSSS when you have to find and replace something in a large database. So if we are having any large database and we want to find any word and then we want to replace it with some any other word. So what we can use? We can use find and replace command or feature. Okay. Now find enables you to quickly search tables, queries and forms for specified database tasks. Select a field to search through all records in the current field only. This is generally fast, particularly if the field is indexed, or when select the database to form to search through all fields in all records. Now applying find option. So here we have some steps. Firstly, we have to open the table where you want to use find option. Select the field or we can say column that to be searched. Then click on home tab of the ribbon. Then click on the find option located in the find group or press Ctrl F. Ctrl F is the shortcut key here to open the find option. Now the find and replace dialog box will appear. Here with the find tab, you will also notice various sub options in the dialog box. In the find what text box, enter the name that to be search that you want to be find. Now for example, sales. Now look in drop down box allows you to search only the field or all the fields in the entire table. Now match drop down box provides you the option to select any one of the match types. Click on any part of field. This allows the broadest possible search. Now search drop down box enables you to search up or down from the insertion point or search the whole document. Now match case enables you to find only text that has the same pattern of uppercase and lowercase as the text you define. Now search field as formatted checkbox enables you to check the search based on the format. After that we have the replace option. Open the table where you want to replacement. Now select the field or column that to be searched and then replace. Now click on the home tab again in the ribbon. Now click on the replace option located in the find group or we can press Ctrl H as well. Now we can see here, this is a picture how we can select whole the thing. Now the find and replace dialog box displays with different sub options with the replace tab in the find what text box. Now enter the name you want to change. For example, say representative. Here you want to change every phrase sale representative with the phrase sales head. So you can do this. Okay. Now select the replace with box by clicking on it and enter sales head. Okay, then type sales head, click on replace all button, then whole database wherever it will contain sales representative, it will be converted or we can say it can be changed into the word sales head. Now MSSS find all the occurrence of the phrase sales representative in the table and changes them with the word sales head. Now sorting records. In MSSS, we can sort records in a specific order, ascending or descending. When you sort records, you are putting them into a logical order or we can say logical manner with similar data grouped together. As a result, sorted data is often simpler to read and understand than unsorted data. We all know that if it will be sorted, then it can be easily analyzable. Now you can change the order of records in a table. This can enable you find categories and analyze data. To sort the records, follow the given step. Open the table where you want to sort records. Now click on the column header for the field that to be sorted. Now after that, click on the home tab that is present on the ribbon. Now click on either of the sort option. Click on ascending to sort the records in ascending order and descending. This is all about your choice or we can say all about the requirements. Now the records will display in the new order. Now filtering data, how do we filter the data? Let's understand. Filtering data by selection. If you want to appear your desired data, then you can use the filter option. Filtering enables you to review and analyze information in your database. Filtering is a useful way to see only the data that you want to display it in SS databases. Now can use filter to display specific records in a form, report and query to print only certain records from a report, table or query. Now to filter data by selection, follow the given steps. Click the data for which you want to use the filter option. Now Assess will show only those records that consist of exactly the same data. Now go to the home tab which is present on the ribbon. Now after that click on selection option, drop down arrow to filter the records. Now click on equal and here sales to appear only those records that consist of the required data. Now click on toggle filter after reviewing the filter records to show all the records. Now filtering data by form. Filtering data by form allows you to filter by multiple fields and define criteria for as many fields as you like. When you filter by form, you can merge the criteria using an or a amalgamation of the two. An and combination finds record where both criteria are met. Or combination finds record where at least one criteria is met. Now to filter data using filter by form, follow the given steps below. Firstly, we have to open the table if it is not already open. Click on the home tab of ribbon. Now click on advanced option drop down arrow located in sort and filter group. Now click on filter by form. Now in filter by form window, you have to select the field and value that to be used as criteria. Now select department field. Click on the department drop down arrow. Select sales from the list. Now this will contain only records whose department comprises sales only. Okay. Now after that, as you can see here, like this, department contains sales. After selecting this, the database only that will display which consists of sales only. Now you can create an and criteria statement defining more than one criteria on the same filter by form tab. For example, you could filter for name of the employee who is a graphic designer and whose name is Mukesh Verma. Here we have using it. So to create an and criteria statement, follow the steps given below. Click on the employee name field. Now click on the name list arrow and select the name Mukesh Verma of employee from the list. Now click on the toggle filter option of MSSS, uses the filter and show only those records whose designation field equals to graphic designer and whose name field equals to Mukesh Verma. Only one record meets the filter criteria because we know that only one person was Mukesh Verma who has the same required designation. Now using or, that means either this or another this. Now open the table if it is not already open. Now click on home tab of the ribbon. Then go to the advanced option again, then sort and filter and then click on filter by form. Now sheet will open. You can see here. Now open the list for a field and select the value that you want to filter. Now click on or tab. A blank filter by form page opens. Repeat above step to select another criteria. Now click on apply filter sort to apply the filter. If you have already performed a filter operation, the last filter that you ran displays in the form for your convenience. So that we can understand. Delete it from there if you do not want it by clicking on the advanced option and click on clear all filters. This will erase all the filters that you applied in your database. Now if the clear all filters command is not present, then previously used filters will not clear. Now modifying table view. You can view a table in datasheet view and design view. In datasheet view, you can enter data. You can use design view to change the design of the table. So first we have switch to design view. To use design view, follow the given step, that is click on the home tab of the ribbon. Then click on the view option from drop down arrow. Then click on the design view. Now MSSS will show the design of the table and display the field properties. Now if you want to switch to datasheet view, you have to follow these steps, that is click on the home tab on the ribbon. Now click on the view option, drop down arrow, then click on the datasheet view. MSSS show the default datasheet view of the table. Now how we can rename a field? If you want to change the name of a field, you can rename the field of the table. To do this, you have to follow this step. Right click the field whose names to be changed. A menu will display. Click on rename field. The field name is highlighted. Now enter a new name as per your requirement. Then press enter key. The field name shows the new name. Now applying a field in a table. If you want to add some other information to your table, create a new field. To add a new field, follow the given steps. That is, right click the name of the field that you want to be displayed after the new field. A menu will emerge. Now click on insert field. A new field display in the table. MSSS will assign a name to the new field as field 1. That is by default. Now you can rename the field name and add information to it. That is which we have already discussed. Now removing a field in the table. How we can remove a field in the table? You can remove a field that is not required in a table. To do so, we have to follow these steps. Right click on the field that to be removed. A menu will display. Then click on delete field. A prompt box will display. Then just click on OK. Now MSSS removes the field and record content for the field from the table. Now we have creating relationships between tables. So as you have learnt in previous chapter that MSSS is a relational database, it means that you can establish relationships between tables. It can be done directly in the relationship window. If you want to establish a relationship between two tables, there must be a common field in both the tables. For example, the personal detail. The person detail table may have an employee ID field and the employee detail table may also have an employee ID details. Okay, now the two tables can be merged by that field only. The field type must be similar in both the tables for a relationship to exist, to apply. Now in most relationships, the primary key field in one table is associated with a field in the other table that is not its primary key. In one table, the field consists of unique values, whereas in the other table, it doesn't. Now the relationship field in the other table is called foreign key. Okay. Now you can create and manage relationship in a special database view called relationship window. You can establish relationship between tables by dragging a field from one table to another table. Okay, in a field. Now to create relationship, you have to follow these steps. That click on database tools tab, then click on relationship option from the ribbon. To show the relationship window, the relationships window will display. If any relationship already present between the tables in the database, a box for each table displays in the window. Now the show table dialog box may also display giving all the tables in your database. If your show table dialog box doesn't display, click on show table option on the ribbon to appear the dialog box. Now click on the table that to be added to the relationship window. Now click on add button to add the table to the window. Now repeat the above step for each table that to be added. Now when you complete adding tables to the relationship window, click on the close button to remove the show table dialog box. Now the relationship window display a box for each table. The primary key for each table appears highlighted. The primary key uniquely identifies each record in a table. Now you can create a relationship between tables defining the matching fields in the table. Bring your mouse pointer over the field you want to use to create relationship with another table. Move the field, or we can say drag the field with mouse over the table until a small box appears over the matching field. Now the edit relationship dialog box will appear. The table query and related table query area shows the name of the tables you want to create a relationship between and the names of the matching fields as well. Now click on the create button to establish your relationship. Then a line connects to the field in the two tables to display the relationship is created. And after that, if the relationship between the table is not required, you can delete it as well. Click on the line for the relationship that to be deleted. Now press the delete key. From the keyboard, a warning dialog box will appear. A warning dialog box emerges confirming the deletion. Just click OK. Click on yes button to delete the relationship permanently. Now, creating a form applying wizard. A form is created to view one or more table from the database file and edit data conveniently. Now, creating forms, you can make your database more user friendly. Now after that, this type of database can be entered and edited even an unexperienced user. You can create a form applying form wizard. The wizard asks you a series of questions and then sets up a form based on your answers. If you want to use the same data from your tables in your form, you can do it with the help of form wizard. Now to create a form using wizard, follow the given provided steps. Click on the create tab on the ribbon. Now go to the form wizard. Then a form wizard dialog box will appear. Then click on the drop down arrow of table and queries to show the list of tables in your database. Click on the table comprising the field you want to add in your form. You can see here in this picture it is showing. Okay. Now click on the drop down arrow. Now after that, the field in the table you select it displays the available field area. Now double click on each field you want to add in your form. Now after that, to add all the fields at once, click on this double side arrow. Now each field you have selected displays in the selected fields area. If you have selected any field accidentally and you want to remove that, so double click on the field to remove it, and to remove all the field at once, just click on this button opposite of the above one. Now click on next button. There are different layouts present for forms and you can select any of them. The layout of a form decides the arrangement of information of the form. Now click on the buttons for a layout that to be used for your form. Preview of the selected layout can be noticed in the prevented area. Now click on the next button to continue. So here we have to click. Now enter a name for your form. Then click on the finish button to create your form. Now you will get a form with the selected field names. After that, after viewing your form, click on close button to close the form and return to the database window. Now we have navigating through the records. How can we navigate within the records and throughout the records? Access include a navigating control that makes it easy to switch between various form and reports in your database. Okay. Navigation form is simply a form that contains a navigation control. To navigate through your records, follow the steps given below. Click on any of the following button. First record, next record, previous record or last record. Now you can move to the particular record placing the mouse pointer over the number of the current record. Then enter the number of the record that to be moved and press enter key, and after that click on new record button to start new blank records. Now we have the topic of changing the view of form. Okay, so we have two views that are design view and layout view. There are two customized view, that is design view and layout view, obtainable to view the form in design view. Each object seems as a separate editable elements in the form. In layout view, you can rearrange the form controls and adjust their sizes directly on the form. Now first we have the design view. Switching to design view, you have to open the form, then click on the view option, then click on the design view. MSSS appears the form design. Okay. Now After opening the form, you have to go to the home tab of the ribbon. Okay. Then you have to go to the view option and then design view. Now switching to layout view. To use layout view, follow the given steps. Click on home tab of the ribbon. Then click the view option. Then just click layout view and MSSS show the form as its original display, but each element is editable. Now to return to form view, you can click on view option and then click on form view. So that is how you can switch between these views. Now students, that was all about our chapter. Now we are provided with key points. Selecting a field and a record is an important characteristic in MSSS. Okay. Now in the case of selecting a field, move the mouse pointer over the name of the field to be selected. In selecting a record, move your mouse pointer over the area to left of the record. Find and replace command is very useful in MSSS to find and replace something in a large database. Now filtering data can enable you to review and analyze information in your database. Now after that, you can create an AND criteria statement defining more than one criteria on the same filter by form tab. Now in MSSS, you can apply the data sheet view and the design view. In most relationships, the primary key field in one table is associated with to a field in the other table that is not its primary field. The relationship field in the other table is called foreign key. Okay. Now a special database view called relationship windows allow you create relationship between tables. Now you can create a form applying from wizard. And two customized views are design view and layout view that are useful in MSSS and provided with MSSS. So students, that was all about our chapter. On the basis of above explained chapter, you people are provided with the back exercise of the same chapter, that is let's do it, in which we have so many questions that you people have to do for increasing your ability to understand these. Okay, for making your concept more clear. So student, I hope each and every concept of this chapter is totally clear to you. If you found any query in any part of this chapter, please go once again to this video so that your concept is totally clear. Now I will meet you in the next video with another amazing chapter. Till then, keep on learning, stay healthy, take care, bye bye.